Good morning, gentlemen and ladies. I've been listening to a bunch of videos on question that Jason at Blue Ox said about modeling and competition. Now, a lot of people have put their own spin on it, but I'm going to answer Jason's question specifically because I went back and watched his video a couple of times. Yes, I'm in the same boat you are, Jason. I have been standing around here or sitting around here for days, pulling out models, trying to find things that would be contest related. Are they, would it be unique enough to, be, different at the show, to stand out? And then I go on research and I find something and it's like, oh, somebody's already done that. I was thinking, okay, I'm gonna do I have an MH53 Sea Dragon. I gotta put it on a base, so I go to ResKit and I'm looking everything up and I realize I got it up to $200+ in resin and a base and everything for a kit that theoretically only cost $120. So why am I spending that much money on double the money? And it's like, I'm only doing that to enter a contest. And that's not how you build models, by the way. You build quote unquote for yourself. I'm not one of those, definitely not in that you build for yourself thing. If you build on YouTube, you put it up on there on YouTube, I want you all to, and this is controversial. Gee, I know, Andrew said something controversial. If you're putting it up on YouTube or going to model contests, you're building for somebody else. You're not building for you. Ultimately, when you get down to it, you're building for model car contests. Or in my case, I haven't built cars in a while. I'm building for views, for clicks, for when you go to a model show, you're building for the contest. And I'm finding myself doing that constantly now. I look for something like here's a couple examples. Here's a Sea Dragon. Beautiful, 1/48 scale. I go online, look it up, Facebook. Go, okay, I'll do a research on Facebook. Seamus has done one already, and he's already done what I thought I would do, have a Hummer slung below. Great, it's already been done. I mean, everything's already been done, no matter what we do. And then we got this one. I'm like, okay, I'll do it in search and rescue. Because I've got the figures to have the boys do a SAR mission, or I've got figures that we can do an insertion, or everybody's done it. In fact, it's so everybody's done it. There was a model show just last weekend. There was a guy that had done it, and he did it really well. If you get a chance, check out IPMS Hamilton. Go through all the pictures, and you'll see so much. Just excuse me while my nose is running. Mona's got me on this Chinese medicine stuff to bring down swelling and stuff like that. So it gets in your nose. I mean, so I've got those two helicopters that I was thinking of building. And then I'm like, oh, well, why don't I build a truck? And I'm like, okay, I've got this beautiful busing, however you say it, 8000 S13 old school 1950s German truck. Not a lot of people do that. And then I'm thinking, but do I really want to do that? No, you're doing that because you want to build something different. And everything's always got to be different. I build my figures and I'm building something that's different. And I catch myself painting to a level, or trying to paint to a level beyond where I am yet. And I stop building it, or I stop painting it, and then I get frustrated. So why am I painting or building for YouTube? Why am I building for model car contests? That's what's going through my head nowadays. Everything I do is for either YouTube or a model car contest. So you know what I do? Nothing. I've got my M2A3 half done. I'm working on the turret now. I mean, that's for the reconnaissance build that's over now, and it's like, okay, whatever. But I'll get back on it. I mean, I'm having mental problems building anything American these days, but that's just, you know, that's just politics or whatever you want to call it. But, you know, us dealing with things. Yeah, by the way, never going to be the 51st state. Just so you know. I just find myself building for somebody else. And I thought I got over that until I realized deep down inside I haven't. Because I'm picking models that are unique, which is great. But at the same time, am I picking them because they're unique, or am I picking them because nobody else has done them? And that way, if I was to put it on a table or put it up on YouTube, everybody will see it and go, oh, that's different. That's cool. And that's holding me back. Well, most people know who watch me. I love to build big rigs, but I haven't built one in 2, maybe 3 years. One, because, you know, they take up a lot of space and I'm not at the house anymore. But I find myself buying aftermarket stuff that I'd never done before. I'm like, I don't need that aftermarket stuff to build a truck or the trailer. But in my head, I'm like, I gotta buy that stuff. So yes, Jason, you're not alone in this contest, YouTube, building thing. And how do you get out of it? I have no idea. I've been trying for months and I'm building nothing. Or I'll sit at the desk and look at instructions all for like the last 2 days. I've done nothing but pull out boxes and look at instructions. Multiple things. Lamborghinis, Nissans, airplanes, jets. Like, do I build an F-18F? Do I build all these lovely things? Or do I, because they're unique? Or am I building it for me? And once again, I find myself building for other people. And the ones that I want to build for me, I'm like, I don't think that's going to be unique enough. So when I put it down on the table, there'll be like 6 more. Like, how many F-18Es or Fs do you think are sitting on a table at an IPMS contest? Quite a few. Or F-14s or Lancasters or all those things. Quite a few. So why am I building this to put on a table? That's not what I'm going to take to the show. I have a pirate ship up there in 172 scale, and I look at it and I look at it constantly. And I was like, that's the one I'm going to do. Somebody at the last show built the 172 scale pirate ship. So now if I build it and bring another one next year to that show, it's not very original anymore, is it? Doesn't have anything unique when it stands out on the table. It just blends in, or somebody says, oh, somebody else did one of those last year. So we'll just have to figure out in my head how to get out of this rut. I'm not sure what it is. I honestly don't know. I wish I did. So, and if I do figure it out, Jason, I'll let you know. Anyway, this is probably one of the longest videos I've ever made. I'll talk to you guys later. And let's see what happens. I mean, I gotta build a model. Drive me crazy.